Hi everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart. Welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here, and I just want to say a thank you again for all subscribers, newer and old timers. I appreciate all of you the same. And if you are new here and you like what you see, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell, sharing the video, leaving comment, thumbs up, all the good stuff that helps me grow and helps me continue to give you guys hopefully some good videos. So what I got here today, Lazy Susan. Now this one was a disaster area yesterday. I used some gray pillow that was my scrap pillow, and invariably when you recycle your paints, you tend to have more air bubbles in it just because it's just more mixed up. And I had a really, really nice Lazy Susan that I had to just get rid of. I didn't even let it dry because I knew it wasn't going to dry well. So I just scraped it, and then I ended up salvaging the center of it, and I may or may not use it. I salvaged it into a paint skin. So it's sitting over there right now, drying on a piece of silicone mat. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to try making the same very pastel-y color palette, springy, on my Multi-Pro. This is a new batch of Multi-Pro. This is the 473110. I love the Multi-Pro, but it tends lately to be bubbly. I've been very careful with not mixing my paints too much. I've let everything settle, and I'm hoping I can make something really cool here. So without any further ado, let's just dive in. In my usual style, I'm going to blast through the unimportant things to include just laying down the pillow. Okay, colors. This is my Artez's Pearl Lime Green, and I added some TLP Sea Glass to it. We're going to put it right in the middle. Now, some of you are asking about transparencies. This is a semi-transparent, and then when you add the mica powder, well, I'm not even sure what that does to it. So we're going to put down more green. I want a lot of green to show. My dog is going crazy. I wonder if there's a bear. This is Color Art's Iris Petal, and I added a little Deco Arts Lavender Frost to thicken it up and also lighten it up some because it went too dark on me. I didn't want it to be this dark. It's not as light as I want it to be, but it's good enough. Put a little more down. This is Amsterdam's Prussian Rose with Deco Arts Rose Quartz. Some of my paints have, I think, been working against me. This is also a semi-transparent, right? Persian Rose. Oh, no, Persian Rose is opaque. Is that enough? This is Artez's Pearl Rose with TLP Athena. This is a dioxazine purple combination between Golden and Atelier. Now, Golden's is a transparent. Atelier Atelier is opaque. So that means this is probably a semi, somewhere down the middle. But I'll be honest with you here. The reason why I do this layering like I do, so the colors all kind of have a breathing space. Dioxazine, I'm sorry. This is chromium oxide green with some Goldens carbon black. All right. Step stool. So I have a higher purchase over the top of this. Got my Berta, my little Berta, about 1,000 water off of Amazon. So I'm going to put on my cell activator. Okay, I'm taking my sweet time here. Cell activator. White and the black. This is my American Floetrol cell activator, video 141 if you want to see how I make it and what's in it. Move all this out of the way. Here we go. High and cool. So I'm going to talk for a brief second about the blowout, and I do blow these out a little bit differently than my smaller pieces, as I blow into the cell activator already on an angle to start pushing it out, because this is a 15-inch across piece and I have to get it to spread out. So that's a little bit about this Lazy Susan. I also want to point out here that the bloom technique is extraordinarily versatile, and you see me doing a lot of functional art with it because that's what I like to create. But the truth of the matter is, even though I'm showing you this on a lot of functional art pieces, all of this is completely applicable to canvases, MDF boards, or whatever you want to paint on. I just wanted to point that out, that everything I do here, the same process applies to your canvases. Half of this has got a lot of good color in it, and half of it doesn't. Now, what do I do? So for anyone newer here, what I'm doing is blowing down into the cell activator, which helps spread it out. It's already thinner than the paints, so it helps spread it out so that the paints that are thicker underneath can actually percolate through and create the cells that you're looking for in the center. So I take a little bit of time here trying to help the cells percolate up. I'm going to cut some of this out. Yeah, this is so lopsided. But you know what? It might be okay. So this lopsided composition actually forced me into thinking of a way to kind of conceal it or disguise it that I'll show you at the end. And it doesn't involve adding any more paint. So I'm going to save that little nugget till the end and let you in the meantime percolate and wonder about that. Ha 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 ha. Maybe the color will come through here. So because you certainly hear my disappointment in my voice, I just want to recap. This is what it looked like again, because it was beautiful and I had to scrap it because of the air bubbles. Let's let that settle down in the middle. Let's give this a little bit of a workout here. All I'm doing is I'm taking the edge and I'm breaking up the surface tension so that as I get ready to spin this, it'll not have that inertia. It'll already be flowing in the direction I'm wanting it to go. All right. Gentle spin, always a gentle spin to begin with. All right, we're getting to the edge already. Probably just as well I'm getting to that edge, but I don't You know, this is looking really good. Why am I whispering? I don't want it to get there yet. Don't want you to get there yet. I'd like you to get over here. Just shifting the weight of the paint. Another gentle spin until I figure out where I am. So as we go forward, I will cut out sections and speed up where needed. This side wants to go off. Even though I don't want it to go off yet. I don't want you to go off yet. All right. I'm working this slow as I always do. If you've been watching me, you know, I try to get this all to blow out as evenly as possible to start with. And then I let it fly. But the weight of the paint is really over here, apparently, somehow. Let it go. Let it go. So I'm going to leave the rest of this full spin in, but after this, I'm going to cut out some of the spins. This is actually really pretty. Need to get some of those cells to pop up in the middle a bit. So here I'm going to pick up a train of thought that was actually starting out in my head. I'm always thinking, I'm always asking, what if? What if I do something differently this time? What if I did it this way? I said I would never do a Lazy Susan in this kind of color. But I'm so into this color right now because it's spring. It's insane around here. It is insane. Wow. 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 I don't like it. Come on. I need a clean toothpick. This one's going to pop too. Look at that right there. Oh, shit. God dang it. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Well, that's just going to have to spin off. I can't believe I just did that. What happened? I must have caught a string of paint. Oh my God. I'm going to have to dub that out. Dang it. It's going to come off. I don't need to worry. I don't need to be in a hurry. It's going to go off. Just relax. Just relax. It's so funny. My daughter had a soccer coach that would always scream, "Relax!" from the sideline while he was coaching them. And it was like, what are you saying to them? You're telling them to relax, but you're screaming. And that's actually one of the aspects I love about fluid art is that it is so relaxing, especially swipes. I know I had a drip on my hand and I picked my right hand up over this. All right, another spin. went off. Okay. So this is where we are. I've got a few edges that are negative space, which are actually good. I'm going to slide. So let's see how much we have in the middle. So it's pretty much done. So everyone, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And there are the final resin results. And here we go for an up close and personal shot. I'm going to skip over a little bit of this, but I really love the way these colors worked and blended together, the purple and pink and the green that's in there. Just absolutely beautiful with just enough negative space to really work out. And if you're new here and you enjoyed this, please subscribe, hit the bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. I do try to keep this mostly on functional art, but all the same process is applicable to regular canvases as well. So you're curious about what I said before about how I was going to disguise that empty spot? Well, I'm going to show you up close and personal here in a second. So here she is on a better angle, and what I did is add glitter to the resin, and I'll show you that in a second. Look at how it kind of makes it all sparkly and pretty and distracts you from the lack of paint in that one section. Look at this, so cool. I'm going to be trying this again in the future. So at the very end of this, I'm going to have my Lazy Susan playlist, so stay tuned for that. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care. Till next time.